Steve Smith steps down as captain of his Indian Premier League side following the ball tampering scandal in South Africa. And cyclone-affected communities in Queensland and the Northern Territory start their clean-up. America glued to their television sets as former adult film star Stormy Daniels details her alleged affair with Donald Trump. And just for laughs,
it's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It gets bigger every year.
Melbourne gets set for one of the largest comedy festivals in the world. Hello there, I'm Yvonne Yong with ABC News. Steve Smith has stepped down as captain of his Indian Premier League side, the Rajasthan Royals, following the ball tampering scandal. It comes as Australian cricket officials arrived in Cape Town to deal with the crisis. Cricket Australia's head of integrity, Ian Roy, and high performance manager, Pat Howard, have travelled to South Africa to speak with players about what happened during the third test. Smith had already been banned from the fourth and final test after stepping down as Australian captain. Here's our South Asia correspondent Siobhan Hinu. Siobhan Hinu there. Well, the off-field woes have affected Australia's on-field performance. Overnight, the dispirited team surrendered meekly in the third test. Here's our national sports correspondent, Mary Guerin.
Listen to the crowd.
As the brickbats flew around the world, the once golden boy Steve Smith bore the brunt at close range as he came out for Australia's second innings. His mindset clearly in disarray.
He's got him again!
Smith and Cam Bancroft still coming to terms with the fall from grace.
Yeah, it's been a horrible 24 hours. They're struggling.
Australia lost 10 wickets for 50 runs.
If there is a silver lining to the third test capitulation, it's that the team will no longer have to bear the ignominy of facing the public before they face the disciplinary music. Cricket Australia says sanctions will be meted out before the next test begins on Friday. The ramifications, of course, will continue long after that. Mary Guerin, ABC News.
Well, Cricket Australia boss James Sutherland is on his way to South Africa to deal with the scandal. He's promised to provide an update on the inquiry by Wednesday morning. From Cape Town, here's Sally Sarah. The only member of the so-called Evil Eight paedophile ring to deny his crimes has been sentenced to almost 10 years jail for the rape of a young girl in 2015. She was 13 when Impichatore went to her home in Perth's northern suburbs and sexually abused her at the invitation of her father. He was found guilty of raping her in November. During sentencing today, District Court Judge Mark Heron called the 48-year-old's actions depraved. Impichatore was sentenced to 9.5 years jail and will be eligible for parole after 7.5 years. Now, police have discovered a large cannabis crop in Perth South, part of what they believe is a network of illegal plantations. The raid on the Albury property found an elaborate greenhouse crop with more than 1,200 cannabis plants. There were also almost 200 kilograms of harvested cannabis heads. Police say the raid is part of an ongoing operation targeting a Southeast Asian crime syndicate.
The majority of the houses that we've raided across the metropolitan area are usually around the 100 plant mark or just over the 100 plant mark. So there's certainly an escalation, the Albury job, in the amount of plants they've grown.
A 26-year-old Sydney man has been charged over the crop and remanded in custody. Crews have flown into communities hit by severe tropical cyclone Nora to help clean up and restore electricity. The sting in Nora's tail has left Queenslanders more than 600 kilometres away, more than a little soggy.
Oh my God, Melissa Thornton has had a lucky escape, narrowly avoiding a landslide on the highway.
There's more coming.
If I wasn't on the right side of the road, I'd hate to think what would have happened, or even just a couple of seconds earlier into the drive, it could have been something, something quite different.
It's been 9 days since Tropical Cyclone Marcus hit the top end, leaving almost 30,000 properties without power. Well, tonight, more than 350 Darwin homes remain in the dark, and it could still be several days before they're reconnected. Still to come on ABC News. Protesters clash with police in Barcelona after the former Catalan leaders detained in Germany. And an epic journey the length of the Murray River on a pair of skis. At least 64 people have died in a fire in a shopping centre in the Russian city of Kemerovo. It's not yet known what caused the blaze, and emergency services are still searching for more than 10 people who remain missing.
Matt Brown, ABC News, Cairo.
The top stories on ABC News. The scandal engulfing Australia's cricket side gathers pace. With news tonight, Steve Smith has stepped down as captain of an Indian Premier League side. Meanwhile, Australian cricket officials arrive in Cape Town to deal with the ball tampering crisis in South Africa. The federal opposition prepares to modify its proposed crackdown on tax benefits to spare struggling pensioners. In Papua New Guinea, urban drift is leading to an increase in the number of homeless children on the streets of the capital, Port Moresby. There are warnings many are in danger of human trafficking. Bethany Harriman reports from Port Moresby.
Brittany Evans, ABC News, Renmark.
The Matildas have won their friendly against Thailand 5-0 in Perth. It's the first time the Matildas have played in WA, and it didn't take long for Australia to endear itself to the home crowd before hometown hero Lisa Divana doubled the lead.
Divana! She gets her goal in front of the Western Australian fans.
Well, the match is a warm-up for next month's Asian Cup in Jordan. In rugby league, the Manly Sea Eagles have been fined $750,000 for allegedly rorting the salary cap. The club denies the charge and is considering an appeal.
That low that was Tropical Cyclone Nora is continuing to weaken, but there is still a severe weather warning in place for heavy rainfall and damaging winds in parts of the Gulf. The lows across are moving Tasmania. The system is going to bring some very strong and gusty winds. There is a severe weather warning for strong winds for the west and the Gippsland region. There's a low over Perth as well, which is bringing a fair bit of rain in the west. Showers and thunderstorms across northern Queensland, more likely over the peninsula and the Gulf. Some showers about the east, with a few possible thunderstorms as well. Most of the southwest and southern interior should be fine and mostly sunny. In New South Wales, a shower or two with a chance of a thunderstorm in the northeast. Some heavy falls will be possible over the mid-north coast, but it should be mostly sunny across the west and the south. Around Victoria tomorrow, partly cloudy with some light showers in the southwest. It should be dry elsewhere, and we can see those wet conditions are beginning to die down. Showers about the west and far south of Tasmania, extending to remaining districts during the late afternoon and evening. There could be some frosty patches in the east of South Australia tomorrow, but the showers near the southern coast should eventuate, and light southeast to northeasterly winds tending moderate later in the day. Some light showers over the southwest Land Division and southern goldfields. Some showers and thunderstorms about the Kimberley coast as well, mostly in the afternoon and evening. And slight to medium chance of showers over the top end as well as the east of Carpentaria, and it should be mostly sunny elsewhere.
That's it from me, Yvonne Yong. Bye for now.